What's going on, people? This is week 30 or 31, I'm not too sure. But we did it. We finally passed the eval. But job's not done. Nothing to really get too excited over. At the end of the day, like, I passed it, cool. But let's just keep doing the same thing. Still made a mistake or two on the week, but I was still able to de-risk and learn from what I did wrong. I believe Monday was a losing day. Started off red. I was like, man, all right. And then I ended up winning. Then I took a small loss, and I won back-to-back days on Thursday and Friday again. So yeah, Monday was just not a good day to trade. I should have just stayed off the market. My mistake. We're just in this range right here. So obviously if I wanted to take a long, I need to have a condition, at least a 15 or 1 hour dip into this, and then boom, get my inversion, have targets. But I low-key just forced it. We just had a 5 minute, and I was like, oh, nice little continuation, which kind of did played out to that level that I intended to. But it's just not certain, just because we're in the range. Why am I taking a trade like that in the range? So when things like that happen, it can throw you off, and it's thrown me off in the past before. So you just need to know to control your emotions and just realize stuff like this is gonna happen. It's what you do after. Can you bounce back? Can you be mentally strong enough to realize all right, like that's not gonna hold me back from having a winning week. So yeah, and then this day it was a short. Yeah, that day I took a 15-minute tap with a 2 minute inversion. The market looked like we're kind of bullish just because we inverted a 4 hour to the downside, but a lot of times we tend to dip into this range more, and just just because we have an inversion on a higher time frame, you also need to look at the lower time frame. What are we doing internally? Yes, we might be bullish, but we could be bearish short term, and then in the short term we were. As you can see, we had that 4 hour. A lot of people would probably think oh, okay, we might just keep continuing down. So I scaled down to the 1 hour, and I'm like, all right, cool. We might have we might look for longs, but no, we get it. We invert this for this 1 hour. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, what could happen is we did have SMT at the time because ES already taken out those lows, but if we have good displacement towards the downside, we could be looking to target these levels, and that's what we did. So we tapped the 15-minute on that day, as you can see right there. Boom, tapped that 15-minute, and then got a nice 2 minute inversion right around that level right there. Boom, got a better fill, break even really quick, and I targeted right here. Targeted with the momentum, honestly. I could have targeted a little bit just around right here, but I was pretty confident in it. We had strong closures. As soon as this candle, I was like, all right, I'm good with that. I already probably wanted to. There's no point in aim for more. I usually never do it like that, but the reason I was confident we could just dip more into this, it's just a big range. We tend to fill these ranges, and later on we are filling it, but obviously it takes a little bit more time. So after that, I literally just got off, got my piece of the pie, as people say, and just no more trades on that day. Wednesday, we did have a solid trade, but I just didn't take it. Reason being because I wasn't confident in it. If you took it, then good for you. It's just at the time I was just very unsure. So if you tend to be unsure during trades, most of the time it's just better to stay off. Just because you're second guessing yourself. You're yeah, just stay off of it. I think we had SMT right here with a 1 minute inversion and then targets below. By the time, a lot of it wasn't really showing any PD rates to the left of us, but I think ES did have a 15, and we had a 15 right here that we're holding, so it was solid. Just if you don't take trades and they actually do play out, just notice them, reevaluate yourself, and just realize, okay, maybe we can take this next time. Just at the time I wasn't confident, it's better to stay off, and then just see these trades that are playing out, and execute on them next time if possible. And then if not, you don't want to take these types of trades, and cool. But at this point, I honestly thought we could have continued lower. We had targets right below us, and we didn't. We tapped the 5 minute, got a 30-second inversion, and boom, we got stopped out. Which way I could have stayed off of this trade is what's gonna call it? ES have already taken out these lows, as you can see. Boom, taking that low out. So a lot of times we had a short-term SMT, boom, then we ended up actually making the move. Like I was right. I had a feeling like we wanted to go that direction, but ES already taking those lows out. It's better if we want to take something like this on Wednesday. Maybe wait for like a, because I'm not too sure. Let me go back. I don't know. We had like a 5 minute, like a little bit higher. No, we didn't. Okay, so I believe I did take it off that 5, that second 5. See, it was solid, but like it just like it wasn't bad, but like it could have been avoided because we did have SMT towards the upside off a higher time from PD array. But I think it was like a fucking. Oh, sorry. I think it was like a. Damn, I'm trying to like think of the word. Like it was a B minus setup. Like it was an A plus A plus. It would have been A plus if like ES hadn't taken out those lows and we had targets on both pairs. But yeah, those are, and this was only a half risk loss. I only risked 150 on it just because I was like unsure, just because of the freaking not unsure, but like like I was like sure of it, but I wasn't 100% confident. You know what I mean? So yeah, I took like $150 loss on that, and then Monday was a $300 loss. So not too bad. So I took 1.5 losses on the week, technically speaking, because usually my full stop is actually 350. But yeah, the 26. What did I take this day? I took a long. So this was perfect. So ES NQ, boom, swept out liquidity on ES. We did it on on NQ, and we did it on ES. So we had an SMT towards the upside, and when we already like just re-tapped back inside that range, and we had just targets over us. I believe we had a 1 hour all the way higher, and I could have targeted the 1 hour, but honestly, like I knew the draw was higher. I knew it was gonna be strong. No, wait, was it a 1 hour? Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, it was a 1 hour intermediate high. This high right here. We ended up obviously inversing it, as you can see, but I was just targeting market open highs on that day, which was like around right this level. And the intermediate 15 high. Also, we had a 15-minute right here on NQ, and then ES was also holding this 15. So I was very confident. If we just had that in tap into that range, I wouldn't have been as confident. But it's the fact that another PDRA is sponsoring this trade. So very, very good in my opinion. Friday wasn't like what's it called, like the most pretty looking setup. But actually, it was kind of, but like the entry wasn't, but the draw was obvious. We had like these daily lows all the way to the left of us, and we had like a 1 hour right above us right here, which it didn't tap it, but like pre-market we had already tapped that 15, so chances are we could just get sent down. So that this trade is already sponsored by like what we tapped previously, and plus what we were tapping at the time, which was this 5 minute. So we got the 5 minute. No, it was this 5 minute up here that we tapped, and then we got the inversion. I wanted to take a 2 minute inversion, my people. It didn't get the prettiest close. Boom, we closed right here, and then I was like, damn, my swing low already got taken out. So like, I might just stay out of it. I flip over to the 1, and then I was like, hey, we inversed this 1 minute too. Boom, like that, like all the gaps, like. If it was choppy like this, boom, 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 and we never take that out, like, let's say, like, okay, let me use this as an example, or let me just say how it is. Let's say we tap this 1 minute, boom, 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 and we're still in this range, and then we ended up, like, how do I say this? Not taking out that swing high, and then getting the 2 minute, then getting the inversion. I wouldn't be as we didn't get the sweep, we didn't get the resweep, and then we're chopping for a while, then we got the inversion. I wouldn't have been as confident. But the draw was so obvious. The fact that we also had a resweep, and then we inversed all these gaps, and then our break-even point was really fast. It was pretty obvious. I just wish I got a little bit of a better fill, and I was only targeting for a 1-to-1. Reason being is I was risking 250 to make 250 to pass the account. Obviously, if I wasn't like trying to pass the account, or not trying to pass the account. I would have realistically gotten a little bit earlier, maybe like around right here, stops like around right here, and then TP like around right here. That really would have been a realistic trade. Just because that's the highest point I would want to see the trade get back to. I don't really see a point of us going even like higher, but I took a 1-to-1, and that was that. And as you can see, so you know I'm not lying, Express account. These are actually like previous accounts that I've blown. I don't know why it's still on here, even though I already canceled the subscription and everything. Weird, but that's gonna be it for today, guys. Tomorrow's a new week on the funded. Treat it like the same thing. It's just like I don't want to give it too much value. I just want to look for good setups. That's all. I want to look for good setups and just stay patient. And yeah, just know everything in life is possible, and just stay patient and things will come to you. See you on the next one.